Seraph means to be there for each other through anything, thick and thin.
Being proud to wear that Seraph badge anywhere you go.
To be able to do anything you put your mind to.
Being a part of a community that cares for you. Not only the students, but the teachers and staff.
It's being a part of the entire community.
It means you're a timeless member of a unique group.
Seraphs everywhere relish ambition, prosperity, happiness, success. And that, to me, is what a Seraph is.
So Mater Dei has a proud tradition of supports, and academics have so many great alumni out there.
We have put wonderful people in wonderful positions. We have people that have achieved greatness, and every one of them has said it all started here.
That was Mater Dei Prep, and the chairman and founding trustee of Mater Dei is Randy MacDonald, and I want to thank you for joining us. And before we go any further, thank you for playing a big part in helping this extraordinary school in Middletown, New Jersey, off of exit 114 on the Garden State Parkway. You said it was so Jersey to know that.
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, I lived in Omaha for a while, and people in Omaha don't talk in terms of how long it takes. They talk in terms of how many miles.
What exit on the park? Yeah.
Right. What exit?
So our good friend Kevin Cummings told me about you, and because Kevin and I talk a lot about, over at Investors, we talk a lot about Catholic high schools. I'm a product of the Catholic high schools in Newark, or one that doesn't even exist anymore, Essex Catholic. So many Catholic schools are closing. This school had a problem.
Yes.
And?
Yes, the school was losing money, Steve. It was going bankrupt, and the parish couldn't afford it anymore.
Like many Catholic schools.
Like many Catholic schools. And so the parish decided they really couldn't afford this and announced that it was going to close a year ago, February. And they came to myself and a series of people and said, would you help us? And we said, well, we need a new model. We need to do this a different way, which is we are business people, and we think this is a great product, but it needs to be run differently. We can't really depend on prayers of divine intervention as our marketing plan.
But it's a Catholic school, and the Archdiocese is running it. So it has to be run that way, right?
That's right. That's been the traditional answer, Steve, is that's the way it's got to be done. And through the courage of the pastor and frankly, the bishop, they decided to try a different way.
Diocese of Trenton.
Was the Diocese of Trenton. And Bishop O'Connell was good enough to listen to us. He asked us to come up with earnest money. We raised $1.6 million in 60 days, and then we had to go through a deep application process and due diligence with the diocese to prove to them that we could be financially viable.
Describe that model.
The model is fairly simple, Steve. It's actually interesting for Catholic schools today. Frankly, the best thing that's happened to Catholic secondary schools is the cost of college. So the model is fairly simple, what do parents want? They want really two things. They want their student to get into the college of their choice, and they want them in a safe and nurturing environment. And that's the business that the value proposition that we provide, and we do it at about $10,000 a year. Now, why was the school losing money? Well, we came in and did business principles and got our costs under control. At 100 students per grade, 400 students times $10,000 is $4 million. Those are our operating costs. The Catholic Church has lots of property, so what they did is they said, we'll rent you the property for $1 a year, triple net, meaning we have to take care of the roof if the roof caves in. We have to pay for the insurance. And so they have this property, and they gave that value to us on a triple net basis, and we're able to then run the business model on a fairly lean and mean basis.
Do me a favor, explain to folks why this is significant for all Catholic schools.
Yeah, because this is really the community stepping in and leveraging the talent of the community to run this as a business. Now, let's walk a mile in the shoes of a pastor. The pastor has 4,500 registered families that need to be shepherded. And they need a shepherd, and that is Mass and all the sacraments, yet they need to have a PhD in education. They need to have an MBA to run all these schools. That's not what they were educated
That's
to
right.
do. And so we then come in as business leaders and keep the culture of a Catholic institution, but run it as a business.
Why are
It's
Catholic schools so important?
Catholic
We advocate public schools as well. I'm a product of Catholic schools and public schools. Our kids are in public schools, but why are Catholic schools so important?
I think the value system is a very big factor when we think about the fabric of America today. And parents, the Catholic school is not for everyone. We are a college preparatory school. Our goal is to get our students into the college of their choice. So it's not for everyone. But as an example, Steve, there are about 20% of our students who are somewhere on a language spectrum. They may have a touch of autism or Asperger's, and we were able to bring them into this small community and get them into the college of their choice. And in a big school, they're not going to be as successful. So the Catholic Church has done a great job over the years of providing a safe and nurturing environment and getting kids into the college of their choice.
But you need financial support from other folks, and the folks at Investors Foundation. Talk about it real quick.
Yeah, that's a great point. Investors is unique because they're a fairly big bank, but really operate on a community basis. And they've been a terrific partner. We needed a bus. We have kids coming up from Asbury Park who are indigent.
A very poor area.
Very poor area. And so we needed a shuttle bus to bring those kids in. We're at the train station in Middletown. We have, again, kids coming from North Jersey who are indigent. And we needed a bus to shuttle them around.
And corporate support was important.
Vitally important.
For Catholic schools to work, we have a few seconds left, you need corporate support. You need foundation support. It's not just individual dollars.
That is very true. And we've just started another program, an affinity program with investors that is, they take a little of the spread that they make on investments and give it back to Mater Dei. If I designate my investor's bank account, then Mater Dei is a beneficiary.
The preceding program has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence, and 13 for WNET, NJTV, and WHYY. Funding for this edition of Caucus New Jersey has been provided by Josh S. Weston, Investors Bank, Berkeley College, Suez, Delta Dental of New Jersey, Johnson & Johnson, and by the New Jersey Office of the Insurance Fraud Prosecutor. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. Caucus New Jersey has been produced in partnership with TriStar Studios.